Welcome back, everybody, to part 2, episode 21 of the finale, and it's definitely looking like one of Blades in the Dark, the Fusewrights Union. So, I think we will first see Zaid. You are being chased down by several people with guns on a rooftop. You with your friend Steiner. What do you do?
I assume I see Adric, samurai style.
Oh yeah, you see Adric. You probably can't not see Adric kill Costa. Steiner has conflicted feelings about it, but he's not gonna just shoot Adric for that.
Let me see. I think what Zaid would want to do is basically like grab Steiner and say like, grab Costa's body, bring it here, which is the ruins of the Temple of the Forgotten Gods. Like, listen, job's done here for you, buddy.
Okay, so
Good.
just get out with Costa's body.
Get out with Costa's body. I'll handle the rest.
And bring it to there to have it and then by now even like there would be rumors about that place being able to resurrect.
Well, he was
people.
there.
You're right. So yeah, bring it there, get resurrected. He looks you in the eyes, he nods, and like he just looks you again, and you get like there's like subtitles for him looking at you, and it says like "Stay safe out there," and then
I give him the like, "You son of a bitch!" I hold the class.
Exactly. Yeah, and he goes off to do that.
I'm going to where I saw Skurlock fly because
so you're
listen,
okay.
I need to help out.
You need to avoid these soldiers. They already know where you are, so this will be very desperate. Limited effect. Limited effect meaning even if you succeed, they'll follow you to there later. Like they'll show up after you.
It's desperate limited.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to use my hunting pet. I want to have them like see the bird because they probably know it's the phoenix as he's around.
They know you are. Yeah.
I want to have the bird lead them in a different way.
Your signature bird distraction gambit.
The signature bird distraction.
Let's see if that goes. Let's see if somehow they pull out some bells. They wouldn't. That's not what I would describe. But
does that in any way affect my effect?
I think that would be a devil's bargain. You have to lose access to your bird for now.
Yep, I'll do it.
Not like you have a telepathic access. What I mean is they're not around.
For the rest of the job, or?
Yeah, basically.
That seems about what you're going to
They'd be like a piece of gear in this case. In a way,
because
they're
I'm
off distracting
I might need
people.
to use my bird to help me fight with Skurlock and them against the
It's
governor.
up to you.
I'm going to instead push myself for effect.
Okay.
Expend your special armor.
You did.
I already did.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, screwed.
So I'm going to be prowling, desperate, standard.
Pushing yourself for extra effect. Yeah, that's the standard.
Yes.
And then
I get a bonus die because it's desperate.
Yes.
A 5.
A 5. Okay. I think for this, part of me wants to still say they're just shooting at you when they see you, so you get out of there, but you get a bullet wound. I think what happens specifically that makes it so desperate is you don't really avoid the soldiers. You have to literally hide, wait for them to pass you, take them out to stop him from turning around and seeing you. Like it's the type of like a stealth in a video game where like, oh no, I'm screwed unless I take this guy out, and he shoots you during it, and you manage to disappear.
See a little clock turn from like the whole thing go from green to yellow.
Exactly. Yeah, and you shoot each other. You do take desperate harm. The others are alerted to where the gunshot was, but by the time they get there, they just see a corpse.
Okay, so I assume that's level 3 harm?
Yes, it is level 3 harm.
These guys are good. Armor to push it down to 2, and then
Then
You treat it as level 1
I do
right
treat it as level
now.
1.
If you want to resist it, it could be ignored.
It's true, but then I'd be
just gotta
rolling
roll a
3
6.
dice.
Just gotta roll a 6.
But we've established Skurlock is a separate seed.
Have we?
That's true. So if you trauma out, you will be there. It does not heal your harm.
It does not heal my harm, but it would heal my stress, so I want to trauma out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trauma's not good. It's not a good thing. I don't know how long.
Here we go. Hey,
You trauma out. Okay. So again, what this means, like, you're not going to show up at the beginning of the of the scene, so you're delayed a bit. What trauma do you pick? And I will ask you to describe how you end up getting that trauma, not just from that specific gunshot necessarily, but from like everything that's happened this session,
I'm between 2.
or even the last year. It actually could be a reveal of a trauma.
Yeah, I'm between 2 right now. I'm between obsessed and vicious. Both seem very good.
They are. I like both of them.
I'm gonna say obsessed, because if he goes vicious, he just goes off the deep end. Like he's
Obsessed is
Batman
like-
with a gun, like
Mhm.
more literally.
Yeah. Obsessed is like, no, we have to kill the governor to justify everything that happened. Kind of
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
And like that trauma has sort of made its way like throughout the year. He's been like, I can't stop. I need to make more phoenixes. I can't stop. I gotta help out here. I can't stop.
Yeah. Excellent.
There's a reason Melvir's been worried.
Yeah.
Yeah,
there's a reason.
I guess we'll see after the campaign ends as the epilogue, but we might see Melvir just like end it with you, because even when even if the Lord Governor dies, you just can't stop.
I just can't. The little governor's just the first rung on the ladder. I gotta go to the top.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that you vanish. We see next Adric. You have Costa's body there, and you look up to see Steiner approaching. Your rage essence begins to eat at your mind and tell you to attack him. What do you do?
So as I've been, getting practiced at being functional to some degree under Rage Essence here, and this is the first time I've actually had a challenge presented to me, I would very much like to try and resist the can't tell friend from foe at this point,
All right.
and maybe not attack Steiner right there.
I think this is
Resolve.
a resolve roll. This is a willpower thing. This is no. I control you, rage drugs. You don't control me.
It's not understanding, insight.
In this case,
Resolve is
this
mental strain or willpower.
this isn't so much a misunderstanding as the rage essence is just taking over your mind and making you like it's not he actually thinks Steiner is an enemy. It's more I have to hit everyone.
Actually,
I
here's
could
a
see it as
question.
close, but I think that it is more something of willpower.
Is it possible to even just resist the effects of Rage Essence entirely? It runs through the system that quickly at this point.
Like it just physically doesn't affect you as much as it did.
You need a higher dose to be as like drugged
Yeah,
out for
basically.
longer.
Okay,
Well, you
that would be
have-
physical. That would be a physical resistance, and you just like rage essence is gone from you.
You're sobering up when the cops come in.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So you trauma out. You resist it. It's always a success, but you trauma out.
I'm okay
Blackout.
with the traumaing out in this case, and I definitely know which one I'm taking. It's no question. I'm grabbing unstable at this point. I
So-
find myself addicted to Rage Essence. That's a problem.
Yeah.
It's the most problematic thing that's happened so far is the child cokehead.
I guess I will like.
Worse than mercy. Mm.
Yeah. So maybe you like it doesn't affect you as much, but it still has like a Is it sort of a general impact on your mental state that is always the case, but more obvious as soon as you've taken it?
It's kind of a matter of it's more of a hammer and nail solution. I still have cold, I still have paranoid, and I'd like to plan, but whenever anything comes up like, okay, let's fix it, let's take rage essence, that usually works.
Okay.
And the problem is whenever you're doing that, you are not as functional in any other way.
Okay. How do you exit the scene in your trauma?
Okay, so I basically resisted rage essence. I Good question.
Is this one of those things? I had an idea. That's up to you.
Yeah.
Is this one of the things where you physically like almost attacked Steiner and then stopped yourself, and that's why you sort of like run out of the scene and process that?
Yeah, let's work with that. It just kind of drains away. There goes the rage essence suddenly, and it's like, oh, I need to figure out what else is going on. No, that's functional.
Like, I need to process this.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
almost
Maybe I should
attacked
go to
an
a
ally.
meeting.
I broke the plan. Because
None of this was what we were supposed to be doing.
yeah,
Okay. And I actually knew this woman, and I've been ranting over their body for the last however many minutes. That's
Perfect.
a problem.
And we see you exit the scene running into one of the alleyways. Steiner looks down. Costa's corpse is not something that we see on camera. We just see like a black shape at the edge of the camera signifying it more than actually seeing it. And he looks sad and he sighs. That's most he can say. Even that has hints of like Cthulhian nightmare stuff. And then he picks up the body. Again, we don't see it, but he lugs it over his shoulder. He trudges off. And,
Job complete
yeah.
for him.
So I think I was going to start with Grind, and I still want to, but I also really want to see... I'll let you guys actually decide. You want to see what happens to Hicks next, or what happens to Grind next?
Hicks.
Yeah, because I'm not going after this Lord Governor lady. Just be straightforward. Like
You're
Hicks
trying to get
could-
everyone
You're trying
out.
to get everyone to safety.
everyone out,
Okay.
But Hicks does not have magic sword powers.
So
or whatever
Hicks,
to-
you're
we're gonna-
locked in a house with a bunch of tied up like allies and friends and your gang, and it's catching fire.
Well, the only things I have at my disposal are my fine wrecking tools. So,
What did those consist of?
I mean,
sledgehammer.
Perfect.
Knock a hole in the burning wall.
There's a door that's been barricaded shut.
Your friends are all still tied up except for the one you pulled the gag over. Like we're seeing you like right after, and it'll take some time to untie them.
Step one is cut free Henner and give him my knife and be like, here, I got like a pocket knife, not like a combat knife.
Okay.
But like, here, get the rest of them out as Hicks goes to town on the door with the sledgehammer.
All right. You are still in a desperate situation.
Oh, this is most definitely desperate. It's
Yep.
2 years before the smoke gets to you.
Yes. Let's say it's just that as the problem.
Well, that's the situation that everyone inside is facing. The audience may know more.
Yep. So we desperate, knock the door down. It's been barricaded. So I think
Wreck-A item with savage force.
before any of the fine wrecking tools or anything established, it is no effect because they specifically probably have something heavy and metal.
He does have a thing. You have a thing that's like security measures don't do anything.
Yeah, I am not affected by tier when I bypass security measures. Doors mean nothing to me.
The door itself is not a secured door. I wouldn't call it a security measure. It is they literally just like tossed a heavy bookcase in front of the door kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm just sledgehammering it down,
Yep.
I understand.
Who said he needs to be going for the door? Like,
because even if they barricade the door, a door is a weaker point.
The door is weaker than the barricade.
Yeah,
behind
even
the
with the barricade, the door is less work because the main goal isn't even to get out; it's to get the smoke out. So if I get the door down, Worst
Yes.
case scenario, there's a barricade and a hole that the smoke billows out from.
Yes. The bad news I have is I don't think I would call this bypassing security measures because it's not a security measure. It is
I would still like
a
to
turnover
wreck the door
bookshelf.
with
You
Savage
totally
Sword.
can, and as you're using your fine wrecking tool, so it goes up to limited effect.
I don't really have help because Header is freeing the other people.
Henner is freeing the other
assume-
people.
I
Yes,
assume that was the bargain. If Header helps me, he can't free the other people.
correct.
Yeah. I cannot push myself. This is desperate.
Okay. So limited in this way would mean you only like the barricade is blocking the bottom half of the door. You have to crawl out one by one once the
That
door's
seems-
broken open.
yeah. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Right now, I just need to get out at all.
Well, let's get the door open. Is step one. Get out. It's
Do
smoke
you
comes-
want a devil's bargain?
What's the devil's bargain?
Well, you're breathing heavily from wielding a sledgehammer, and there's smoke in the air. So level 1 harm, smoke like inhalation.
Yeah. Already. I don't think that's gonna matter. We're just gonna roll.
Okay.
No bonus dice. I rolled a 5.
Oh,
Rolled a
I know
5.
exactly what happens here, and it's horrible.
Mm.
Man, this started off so well.
There's
We
a
rolled so many crits, and then we separated the party.
there's a crack as the door finally is broken from its hinges. Part of the frame goes with it, and you pull it to the side. And you turn to Henner, and he's standing there. The rest of the people are free, but he's standing there, blood blossoming from him holding his chest. The crack wasn't just you opening the door. Someone shot into the house from the outside and hit Henner. Right in the
I would like
chest.
to resist.
Yes! Resist the Henner!
Would like to resist this.
You have two options here. You could resist for Henner, that's totally a thing. You could also protect Henner and have it hit you instead. It'd be level 3 harm.
They function. Yeah, Hicks takes level 3 harm. He's gonna take level 3 harm.
Okay,
Shot.
so in all the adrenaline, you don't notice the gunshot wound you took as you cracked open the door
because
until
of-
after.
Yeah.
And
Break
then
down
You can
the door.
protect and then resist as well, can't you?
you can still resist after you protect, if you want to.
Sure. Yeah, I'll resist. See, if I resist, I trauma out. If I don't resist, I need help.
I will promise not to kill you if you trauma out in a burning building.
I don't care about that.
You can
Okay.
crawl out still. You can
The
still
last
crawl
episode,
out.
I don't care. Kill me.
Inner drags you after.
Wait, is this gonna be your first trauma?
It would be,
Yeah.
if you did.
Come on, if any job
Taken
warrants
a
a trauma.
worthy
Yeah,
cause.
we're gonna resist it.
Okay.
No bonus dice. I rolled 6!
Oh! Never trauma. Hicks will never trauma.
It's almost worse because now you're still in the burning building.
So
minus 1 die.
that's fair. Yeah. So you take level 2 harm, minus 1 die. They all stare at you in shock, not because Henner was shot, but because you were. You look down, you see it. But if you resist it, then I think it's
flesh wound.
it's just a flesh wound. It's on your arm. It sucks.
It's like it's a gross flesh wound. But...
Yeah, exactly. And then you're okay. And then bullets start flying. Everyone ducks to the ground. Everyone's safe for now. And you have to crawl out of the building while a firing squad is shooting into it while it's on fire.
I'll take war crimes for 500, Alex.
Yeah. This isn't even in war. This is on their own citizens.
I'll take war crimes.
All right.
Yes.
Hicks.
It's just also a human rights violation.
My only question is when it's calling out, do you go first or last?
Oh, he's a big old baby. He goes last. He just got shot.
Well, I mean, crawling out of the burning building, I don't know if first is better or last is better. I would think actually.
You're right. He's
Go in the
closest to the
middle.
door. He's closest to the door. He
Yeah,
probably
just
should
get
go
up. Just
first because he probably needs help getting through.
okay. Excellent.
But he goes on with the group.
Okay. There are people out. I think. I don't think there are people outside necessarily waiting for you right where you are. Let's see how this roll goes to prowl out of go to the gunshots and the fire. I think a failure would mean literally just someone's waiting for you outside, ready for you to crawl out. On a success,
Position.
they aren't waiting for you because they didn't expect you to survive and get out.
Position.
Your position here is desperate. It's like it would be double desperate if that was a thing.
Okay.
Your effect here is sorry.
Extreme effect. We extremely leave the situation safely.
It will be, I think, limited. When they don't, if they're gonna know you escaped, I think eventually when they don't hear any screams. Just like with Zayd escaping the soldiers when it was limited effect, though it didn't end up being that way. It would have been you escape, but they follow.
Yeah. So limited effect. Do I have a devil's bargain?
I mean, you keep turning it down, but I'm still gonna. It's still the thing that makes the most sense. Oh, doesn't make sense. No. Okay. You burn your hands for level 1 harm because your hands just have to be burned again.
No, you can shoot me all you want. No more hand injuries.
Okay.
Those are his money makers.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with I have -1 dice on this roll currently because I got shot.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I get any bonus dice for my gang helping me?
This is not them. Not in. Are they? There's a type of thug that are. It's not rovers. Is it rovers that prowl around? There's one type of thug that prowls around. If they're not that type, then no.
No, they're the thug type.
Then no.
I thought they had 2 types.
They do have 2
I got
types.
that wrong.
They have rover and thug,
Yeah,
but I
but I
don't
thought
think
we-
it's rover.
We
have 2.
added the rover. We spent our points to actually.
They
get
are
that
both
later.
thugs and rovers, but what you're looking for actually is skulks, which they are not. So no, they cannot. They don't have the expertise to help you.
Oh, the vultures are skulks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the vultures are rovers.
It says skulks and rovers on the
They're both.
sheet.
Oh yeah, the vultures are dual class. Yeah.
So no, they don't
Right.
they don't have the skills.
Flashback
to-
Alright.
to get them in here.
Can I Skurlock flashback to having hired the fire department ahead of time? Yes. I
To
would
show
like
up here
Skurlock
specifically.
flashback to pre-calling in the brigade.
Hello, I'd like to report a fire. That.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow there's going
Like
to be a
report
fire.
tomorrow.
Yeah. The answer is yes, but the answer is going to be I'm going to both make a roll for Skurlock, and it's going to cost 4 stress. Like that's really
No,
specific.
I'm dead.
Alternate. Here's an alternate thing.
Are you dead if we spend all the Skurlock stress, or no? Or are you gonna use?
Well,
the
I'm dead if
Skurlock?
we spend all the Skurlock
Mm,
stress.
3
Totally
stress
dead.
actually.
I am in.
It's gonna be-
help you grind.
It's going to be
I'm
3 stress.
also being fed too.
Listen, here's an idea. Instead of having Skurlock do it, like Skurlock call yesterday, have Skurlock while he was getting to the meeting point. Because remember, we sent all of our friends to do shit all around town. Maybe Skurlock could have found a brigademan or something, like on the way to the meeting point. Or the brigade's just out and about.
They are.
Okay,
Sherlock
so
had a bit of time hiding before he actually jumped
he
into
did.
the fight.
So
Maybe-
it's because Skurlock stress is for then.
There's a luck mechanic. I could.
There is a die of
Yeah.
fortune, but I don't know if you want to rely on that.
No, I don't.
Okay. Yeah, Skurlock stress. If he just did it like in the last few minutes or like last half hour, I think it would be 2 stress. Skurlock stress.
I spend 2 Skurlock stress for the fire department.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for Skurlock to see like, hey.
Question for the group. It was a question for the group.
Oh, it was a question. Okay, are we all good with that?
Question for the group before I.
Can you survive on 3 Skurlock?
I am
stress?
getting a phone call. Yes, Marissa, it's that phone call. I have to take it because it's groceries that should have been delivered yesterday.
Hmm. Cool.
So yeah, my use for the Skurlock stress was going to be a flashback to set something up. Should only take 2 because it's within everything we've talked about.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, calling the fire department to make it less of a fire hazard as we crawl out of this building.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
fire.
no, that seems.
Although the reason I think this will work is the fire department is specifically a different organization from the rest of the government.
They're gonna be like,
Yeah.
what are you doing shooting into a burning building? Like,
And I don't think we've ticked them off at all.
No, we
no,
have.
I don't.
I,
Oh, we have.
I'm pretty sure I specifically impersonated the fire department at one point.
The
Let's see.
brigade. Nope, they're neutral.
Oh no, it was
Sweet.
the architects. It was the
Yeah,
It's a foundation.
foundation. See, I love. I hate that the Duskwall is always like super gang ridden, and it's not just. Oh, we need to do. If we ever go back to it, we have to do like a super. We gotta. I don't want to double down on the Union thing, but playing as Brigade in Blade.
like less revolutionaries, more like we're trying to make our own little like.
No. We play as firefighters.
Just ex
We do-
firefighter.
See, we are really not good at villains, criminals in this game.
We Duskwall firefighters. We just are a like station house of the brigade.
We're stationed house of the brigade, so we
Yeah.
take the brigade as our patron.
And we are like firefighters. We're not a separate organization. We're just our own unit of the brigade, and we just fight fires and do fire-related crime discovery all around Duskwall.
Oh my god.
All of the ideas we come up for in Duskfall are like, no, we're not real criminals. We're helping. Oh boy.
Okay, I'm back. So yeah, no, I don't want to open that. Stop opening. Okay, I just blocked the stream. Okay, am I good? I'm good.
I see.
Okay, groceries have been dealt with. They'll be arriving sometime right after our session. This whole thing. Anyways, are we doing the Skurlock flashback?
Yes,
Yeah.
Skurlock
Okay.
calls the fire department.
Skurlock calls the fire department and reports a fire that's about to happen downtown.
It's currently happening. He says it's currently suspicious.
That's
Say a
true.
fire's about to happen.
Listen,
Ooh.
fire's gonna happen in about 3.5 hours. 4 if I stop for a break. All right.
Depending on how long the line at Del Taco is, between
Exactly.
3.5 and 4 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna roll his quality. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Okay, so I think when I think there is firing, but I think the firing quickly stops as the brigade arrives to now try deal with the fire that they now realize the military started, and let's just say they're talking it out.
It's
Yeah.
awkward.
So do I have to roll to get out of this building still?
Yes, it's still on fire. The brigade are here to deal with it, but fire systems don't just go out as soon as the brigade arrive.
Let's go through this again. Position is risky, right? Or we're still desperate.
The bullets have stopped, so it's now risky.
Risk from fire, not risk from bullets.
Yes.
Effect is standard.
Yes.
Seems right at this point.
Effect is standard because again the brigade are now distracting the military from. Yeah.
I am
Both
at
the people who would be looking and the people who are shooting have both stopped.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yes. I am at -1 dice because I have been shot.
Yep. And you have turned down the devil's bargain.
I rolled a
4.
4.
Okay. So.
Level 2 harm, burned hands.
Oh,
My
God.
worst weakness.
Yes. No, you all I think you get out. Initially, but I think they will still be on your tail. You did turn it down as Devil's Bargain. I rarely turn that back as a consequence, but this time I think they're gonna follow you up.
They see us skulking away as they're held up by the brigade, but they're like, oh, I see them go there. Like they're sort of ignoring the brigade and
Yeah.
following us.
So they're following you guys. But
Get
yes,
rid of the soldiers. Just got rid of the burning building.
exactly. And you're no longer stuck in there.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Ryan, We hear
Yep.
the sort of like steam joints of this metal creature. It's made of a shiny silvery metal that you might not be familiar with. But it is sprinting after you. Its hands with blades, they basically have like wrist blades. They have hands, but they're like 3 feet long,
All right.
basically swords.
Well, my only hope here is to get far enough away from this thing and lead it to the explosive kill box that we set up prior using Skurlock's help and drop a damn
Yes.
building on this thing.
Let's see if that works. This thing is real tough.
So, yeah.
So two Skurlock stress to set up a kill box.
Yes. No. Lining an entire building with explosives to run to in case things go badly. I think it would be 3 stress on a roll.
What if it's not an
Okay.
entire building, but it's boxes on the alleyway of the building?
I mean, I just wanted a kill box, like just a big, like shit goes down. We lead whatever's chasing us through this box and blow it up.
Yes.
You know.
A series of well-placed garbage bags and parcels in an alley.
Yes. Now, let's roll to set that up firsthand. This will be basically a setup roll on Skurlock's behalf. But if it's letting up explosives, it's kind of your guys' specialty. So if you want to, one of you can make the roll. A flashback, even though it's Skurlock's thing. Explosives aren't his specialty. He would not be rolling his normal 4 dice.
What if we use the out of supply clock?
For Devil's Bargain? I don't know if I'm offering that. I don't think it matters anymore.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. It's not a limitation on bombs that's the problem.
Yeah.
True.
So if we can roll it but not take the stress ourselves, can't we just say, okay, Hicks helped set this up and Hicks rolls it? Because I think he's got the best record.
This is the one time where I'm good with that, because explosives are literally your thing.
Yeah. I don't include my injuries.
No, you're not. This is before you're injured. Your injuries don't count for this.
Yeah. So the position is controlled.
This is a setup, and the position is controlled.
Yeah.
So the effect won't matter.
Controlled effect is standard.
Yes.
No bonus dice. Or just using Skurlock's resources. That seems fair.
Yeah. No bonus dice. Devil's Bargain would be spending a coin on extra powerful explosives.
I'll spend a coin.
We have a coin. Yeah, if we have a coin, we're spending it.
Okay.
This is our robot kill box. And I rolled 5.
All right.
5 for setup on the robot kill box.
So I think, Grind, as you round the corner to the kill box, some of the explosives were found and disabled and removed. Many were not, but the effect will be reduced.
Part of their sweep.
Yeah, exactly. Part of their sweep.
I had dynamite in.
Exactly.
It was garbage day. We forgot to take that into account.
Yeah. So this is a weird thing.
That's really good. They took some of the garbage bags and then they just threw it away.
Just
Yeah.
threw away some of the bombs.
At
So
which point, there's a really unhappy garbage carriage out there somewhere when this
Yeah.
button is pressed.
Yeah, the first time we've ever seen public servants in Duskwall ever pick up trash is at this event.
Yeah. So in this case, the explosives are not powerful enough to destroy it, but they are still limited, powerful enough to completely immobilize it if the building comes crashing down. It effectively removing it from the scene, just not permanently damaging it. Maybe later it will dig itself out, or someone else will dig it out, but it won't need anyone to repair it.
That works.
Okay. You resisted the desperate position, so you have a decent head start on it. So this is risky and limited.
Okay. Risky limited. I mean, at this point, I'll just push it to desperate standard because why not?
Okay.
If this doesn't work, the thing's gonna hit me. I assume this thing does arcane damage.
It is meant for fighting things like demons. You assume correctly. If you want a Devil's Bargain, if you're also willing to risk this, if you intentionally you're cutting it close with how close you're leaving it to the explosion, and some of the weak concussive force hits you for Level 1 harm.
Yeah, it's fine.
Tinnitus.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Mop. Yeah. I assume this is Savage Force, so I can use Wreck.
Yeah, this is... Well, yeah, you're pressing the button, but pressing the button is still a wreck.
All right, so Desperate, Standard. Actually... Well, no, the fact that I'm shot doesn't mean that the explosives have less effect.
Correct.
Does it? Yeah, okay.
Nope.
So we're good there. And the fact that I'm shot doesn't give me -1 on a die to hit a button, does it?
Thing is, you are trying to hit it as you run away from it.
Okay.
And I think
That's
in this
fair.
case it would, because it's part of a chase button hit.
Through the pain.
Hit button through pain.
That's fair. But I've got the devil's bargain, so I'm just rolling 3.
Yep.
Got it.
Mhm.
Go.
Oh! So, yeah, even with the reduced explosives, you destroy it. This thing, it's not like into pieces, but you see as the building collapses on top of it with a loud boom, brick dust everywhere.
Yeah.
This,
They
like,
didn't. Well, they didn't throw away trash bags. They didn't throw away the garbage can I filled with nails and grenades.
exactly.
So
The backup explosives triggered.
That was
And
too heavy. They were
this,
coming
like,
back for it.
yeah. And then, like, the arm of the robot is the thing that's just like separated from it. Like, no, they don't have wires in this, but like clockwork pistons still like trying to pump, and then so they slow just in front of you.
It still starts crawling as the last
No,
hits.
Nope. I'm
It's-
gonna
it's not
grab
that
that
smart.
as I run.
it's the one with the
Back.
sword on it. It's
Yeah,
the one
I'm
with
gonna
the
grab
sword.
that as I run back. Definitely.
Okay, great.
did you get the ghost? Wait, I'm unclear. Did you get the ghost, or is the ghost dead too?
What ghost?
The ghost of the hull.
Yeah, the ghost.
Hulls do have
Wow.
spirits in them, but
Yes.
maybe
Lots of clocks for hulls were a lot bigger, so maybe the ghost itself is fine right now because
this hull did not have a
projects on
clock.
clock usually.
Oftentimes, but this hull was not really built to withstand explosives. It had arcane protection more than like this one really was like an anti-demon hull more than an anti-person hull.
Yeah, not a lot of demons explode.
Not unless you're fighting a fire one.
Explosions.
Yeah. So
They're used to working with water more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Grind. You take the arm and start heading towards the Lord Governor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have 2 people traumatized out. I think let's see Hicks, and if one of you guys wants to join in Hicks's chase scene, I think we see Hicks, you and the gang are running away from the soldiers chasing after you.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of the gang, we
Yep.
are.
They're
running
all
real fast.
unarmed. They weren't all beaten up. You declined that devil's bargain, so that's not the thing. But they're all unarmed and running away. They don't have any
Yeah.
of their stuff. They can't put up a fight against these guys at all.
We could put up no fight. All we could do is run, run, run for the hills. Less the hills, more the docks.
Ah, you did give away your boat. Are you gonna just take another one?
No, I meant the neighborhood.
Okay.
Oh, the docks neighborhood.
Yes, just run out of White Crown. We are heading for the bridge.
You're in Charter Hall, technically.
Oh, you're right.
You could run to Char Hollow.
Yeah, you could run to
Be a
Char Hall.
very
That's a good
place
idea.
to be.
Though,
Well,
as a
first-
heads up, this place here is the military base of Char Hollow.
That's the last place they would look.
We're going to 6 towers. Time to
Going
go
for
to
6 towers. Going for the old base.
Yeah, knock on the door of the lady in the
Oh,
manor.
no.
Oh, the Skurlock house.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Wow, we don't have to be invited into a vampire's house.
No,
We're
it's
going
the other
to
way
Skurlock
around.
house.
Okay. So as you're all running away, the soldiers are chasing you. shooting bullets when they can. This will probably be a prowl roll. I will ask now if anyone wants to show up and help. This is a new scene, so any or both of the traumatized people can show up, or they can show up later with the Lord Governor.
I like to imagine that like Zayd would see them running, but also see where Skurlock went, and would just go like, and then just go to Skurlock. Like he makes that choice.
Obsessed versus haunted.
The last thing I saw before, chugging the raised jets, a whole chasing grind off. That's most likely once I, pull myself out of the fog where I'm headed.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all aren't team players.
All right, Hicks, you're on your own.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
See, this is where I die. All right, this is risky.
Yes.
We
They're chasing
sprint
after you, but they're
damage.
not that close.
Yep. The effect is extreme.
The effect is limited, as in it's hard to get away from these guys. They're professionals. They probably have carriages at some point. They never catch you, but they follow you all the way to Skurlock's Manor, and then balk at entering it.
So, if we push it desperate by stealing a military transport,
Yep.
Can I get standard effect?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's the plan. We're stealing their carriage and we're going to Skurlock's house.
Perfect. So, I think then driving the military thing is, I don't think a huge. I could see driving if you want to do finesse, but I could also see prowl for just sneaking up to the car.
Prowl's the goal.
Okay. Once again, your gang cannot help you because they do not have the right skills. They're following your lead.
Even punching the current driver in the face, is that not a skill they have?
That is a
They
skill
have
they
the
have,
driving
but
skills.
getting to the driver in time without being seen is the problem.
Okay, so leading a skirmish charge they could help with, but
Very much so. But
just
skirmishing the military is not risky. That's desperate.
Yeah.
But it's already desperate. I pushed it.
Oh, you did push it to desperate. So do you just yeah, you're just gonna charge them, turn around and just beat them up.
Prowl thing. I want them to jump the carriage drivers.
Okay.
Use the target aspect to jump the carriage driver and hopefully get a bonus die from them helping me.
Okay, sure. There is violence involved.
And
You get the bonus die. Do you want a devil's bargain?
I'm open to one. I don't have any good suggestions.
My devil's bargain is once you get to Skurlock's Manor, your car's out of gas, and so you can't use it anymore.
We're out of goats.
You're out of
The ghost.
there are actually powered cars here. They're rare and expensive, so I think in this case it would be the ghost just bites through their reins and run away.
We can't keep this military thing, but that's fine. The goal is to get out of
very
this
well
danger.
trained goats.
Very well trained ghosts. They know that you're not military, so they rebel.
That's
okay.
fine. We don't get to keep this carriage. I understand.
Yep. Okay. So, you did push it to standard, so they won't know you're there. They won't follow you.
So, I got shot, so that pushes me down from 2 bonus die, 1 from help, 1 from the bargain.
Down to 1, yeah.
Because I've been shot.
Yep. You have a limp from being pushed before, don't you? For level 1 harm?
Yeah, do you think the fall damage also impacts this?
Yeah, I think it would.
Just...
Because a part of this is running away or running up to the carriage, sneaking up to it. Yeah, the fall damage is going to affect most physical things now.
Okay. This is going to be desperate limited, I guess?
Yep. Unless you want to... Well, you could push it if instead of the Devil's Bargain.
I don't have the stress to push it.
Okay.
Do you have any load that you can use for this?
Don't forget Hawker's rigging, too.
You're right. Okay, Hawker's... Oh, can I just, fire oil behind us to stop? Shoot? Yeah, I'm gonna dump a jug of fire, or a couple jugs of fire oil out the back of the carriage as we flee, so they
Okay.
can't follow us on foot.
Yep, they literally can't.
All right.
Yep, that
That
raises
should.
it back up to standard effect.
All right. So this is desperate, standard, one,
One bonus die, yeah.
one bonus die. Roll.
Oh! So, oh man, I think you find something in this carriage. I think
Gatling gun.
No, better. You find deactivated one of those hulls. Like as you're inside, like one of you are driving around. Are you in the back? You're probably in the passenger seat while one of the rovers are driving.
Leaning out.
There's a knock. Henner's driving. Stasia like opens the window to the back and he says, Hicks, we found this." And she just like turns, like lets you see and gets away from the window, and you just see this like very like bright silvery thing that's like it's like folded up in the fetal position but like upright, that kind of like how a droid would sometimes deactivate.
Take it with us.
Yeah, you find that.
We're gonna take this, and this will be the enforcer for the remainder of Hicks's career here.
It's
Figure out
like
how to re-imprint it.
it's like Liberty Prime from fucking Fallout.
Yeah, and you guys drive away. Lord Skurlock's manor.
We drive to Skurlock's house.
Okay. The rest of you, I think, are probably going to show up as we see Lord Skurlock's fight with the Lord Governor. Do you want to just jump into that? We only have an hour, so it might be best to jump into that and not have a scene where you guys talk before.
I think we all are going there separately.
Yeah, we all arrive separately. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm gonna see how this fight's going when you guys run in, presumably at around the same time. 4 dice for both Skurlock and Sierra at the same time. That's both of them together. A 6.
Ooh.
And 6 dice for the Lord Governor. That's also a 6. So it's very even. I think that I'm going to give 3 ticks to Lord Governor's magical defenses, but equally so, Sierra more so, but both of them are quite injured. You see, Sierra and Skurlock are both injured. But it looks like the fight's going quite even. But Lord Governor has more, let's say, health than the vampires.
10 points to Skurlock's 4.
Yeah, exactly. He's a higher level.
A couple levels higher.
Yes. The Lord Governor says, "Give up, Skurlock. Maybe the Emperor will only torture you for a century if you come with me." And Skurlock, I think this looks like I think Skurlock says, "The Emperor, I can't believe you still serve him. You know his secrets. You've learnt his tricks. You still view him as a god." They start talking. And Lord Governor, I'm not going to have a whole like thing, but the Lord Governor replies like she genuinely seems to view the Emperor as a hero, who like saved the world from the apocalypse, basically. For all of his flaws, she still thinks that he's like pretty much like the statue that was up there. It's not just propaganda to her. It's like, no, I've met him. He's great. And they continue fighting, but you guys arrive. As I think, yeah, she has like I think you see she has electricity crackling in one hand, like just like a ball, a sort of like ball of it, and her other hand has this like magical. Glaive is too long, but I think like a magical short spear of sorts, with a curved end, a sort of short glaive. And she is ready to resume the fight. As they do the classic like charge at each other. What happens?
I would like my bird to, before they do the charge at each other, my bird to fly in and start pecking at her as a bullet comes out.
Yeah, she's like,
goes,
stop,
"I've
stop."
seen God, ma'am. He doesn't look anything like that.
Okay, so again, she's not right now not paying attention to you, so you're gonna try and like do a prowl or hunt attack.
Oh, I'm hunting her. Yeah,
You're hunting her.
I'm hunting her. I'm using my bird, and I'm using my fine long rifle.
And yeah, no, your bird has. Everyone here is arcane, so your bird has total.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to get rid of him.
That's true. Okay. Are you using an electroplasmic bullet?
That's a really good question that I don't know the right answer to.
I don't know the right. Hold
She's
on.
a
What's
wizard.
the specific wording for my electro bullets?
It
Let's
says like
check.
ghosts or like supernatural things, but I don't know if wizards are supernatural. Or...
It's in the.
Oh,
It'll be in the full PDF,
There's
right?
a description in there. Yeah.
What does it say?
We're gonna be getting through magical
It's on
defense
your sheet.
first.
It is on the sheet. Okay.
It is on the sheet.
Yeah, I tossed it in there.
Electroplasmic ammo. Oh, thank you. Especially potent against spirits, but less effective against physical targets. Not to
Okay.
stun a
No.
person.
Then it is a bad idea because for all the magic, she's not a spirit.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'd be different if she was like possessed.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
trying to shoot
so-
the ghost inside or something.
No, I'm shooting her just with my fine long rifle and my potent
lead.
trained hunting pet.
Hot lead.
Okay.
Hot, yeah.
So, by default, before the many additions you're adding, you would actually do no effect. Her shield is especially good against bullets. It's meant for like assassinations by sniper.
Yeah, it's a shootable
but-
bullet. It's
Yeah.
But burb
Herb
and fine.
and fine. This is
So
risky.
that's
The
standard.
surprise attack makes it. It's her, so it's never controlled, but it's not desperate because you have the element of surprise.
Yeah. risky standard.
looks like I'm pushing it to desperate because why not?
Perfect.
Of course.
So desperate, great.
You're running towards her and yelling while you shoot.
Yep.
Desperate, great. Which
Plus
means I
one
add
die.
an extra die.
Devil's bargain would be as your bird flies toward her. Maybe it's
Right.
automatic. I think your bird gets injured.
No thanks.
Yeah.
Okay,
I need him full strength.
that's fair.
Please, guardian of the gates, don't take me. Oh!
The 6.
There's
All right. So we see her weakened shield flare and then crack like glass around her and dissipate as your bullet leaves a Thanos-like single small scar on her cheek.
All that for a drop of
All
blood.
right.
Exactly.
Wait, with a
Adric,
crit, wouldn't it be 5?
Oh, it was a crit. I didn't see that. My mistake. I didn't see the second 6. Then, I think, yeah, you,
Shoot her ear off.
I think...
My mom just came and is like, "Are you okay?"
Yes, you just...
Yeah, mom's fine. I'm killing a demigod.
Yeah, mom, I crit.
Then I think the bullet does not just like do a cheek. It's like a long graze along her cheek. Like it's this gash.
It's a scar. Effort.
It's
Yeah.
if
If
she
she
survives
survives
this,
this,
it's a
it's a
cool scar.
scar.
Exactly.
Can it be in the shape of like a bird?
No, it's not.
It's a bullet.
That's a bullet.
It's a bullet.
man.
It's not a pencil.
It's not a tattoo. Okay, so yeah, she turns. Lord Skurlock lunges towards her. She like backs off. You can see that looks like she's not necessarily more powerful than before, but using more of her power than before. As she backs off, she almost like half floats just a few inches above the ground, going and then lands for a second.
Yeah, we got her on her
Um,
final health bar. Now she's unlocked
Yeah.
second
Phase
stage.
3.
Boss
Yep.
fight.
Yeah. So yeah, she backs off, so she's facing all of you. I think because of the directions, I'm going to ask. Doesn't have to be though. Brian and Adric, are you in there, like next to Zayd?
I was gonna suggest a thing.
it.
Is she backing up into you by accident?
No, I'm gonna. I'd like to throw down the bottle and finally get that sway roll on Ulf.
Yes.
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 Now,
Ulf
if
is
she
like the
backs
venom
up
of
and-
this universe.
backs up and then
from out of Grind's pocket comes the spirit bottle, and before I throw it, I'm gonna roll that sway roll.
Yep. You already spent the stress, I think, right?
Yep.
All right. This is controlled, and I think this is standard. You have a year, but also he hates you, so standard.
you already hate you, so yeah. 50-50.
You're trying to
That's
Stockholm
fine.
him.
Yeah. My devil's bargain is
Oh,
never mind.
Yep.
So
Fight Ulf too.
I actually didn't mean to hit that twice. It just kind of double clicked, but okay.
I only rolled it once.
I only see one roll of it, but
Yeah, me too.
I think
No, I
I
mean,
think you
like,
mean
it-
double clicked like when you
before I
click
the
continue.
submit.
bonus dice. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't offer you devil's bargain. We know what happens. So I think the glass smashes, and then we see probably immediately, like waiting for this moment, knowing it was coming. This like white mist rushes from the bottle towards Grine, and as it does so, it forms into a person. And you see, Ulf doesn't have an axe. He doesn't have anything like that. You see this. I don't think he even looks like Ulf anymore. He's just
the
this
arms.
red-eyed and humanoid shape. Tries to choke Grine. I don't even know if you need air, but he's instinctively just hatred has bottled up for a year. Pun not intended. And tries to just choke Grine.
Wait a minute.
Can I
This
protect
was
him?
I didn't actually throw it. Is the thing like?
Well, we see what happens when you
There's a
throw it, I thought.
flashback.
Well, I thought we see what we would see what
Okay.
happens when you throw it, is what I said
Yeah.
before.
So when you threw it, we figured out how well it went.
There's
Yes.
no roll for throwing the glass bottle.
Yes.
What's
Now,
the point?
Yeah.
You
there's
throw
no
it
direct
away.
consequences from this. He's trying to kill you. He hasn't wrapped his hands around your neck or anything like that. But
Okay.
you are in a... It's a ghost.
There's a
You're a
big- there's a big
vampire.
problem.
You're in a risky position. While that is happening, Adric, where are you?
I still would like to know if I can intercept that, actually, because I was intending to come at this from Grant's position. We have a new problem. I haven't had much effect on the Lord Governor.
You want to fight Ulf?
Ghost
Third try
fight.
is worth it.
Third time's the charm.
Everybody
Okay.
else keeps getting to take out Ulf before I do. This is just...
All right. Let's do that. So, yeah. Let's
Is there an
attack
effect?
Ulf.
I'm assuming this is skirmish.
This is skirmish. He hates Grine, but he's still smart enough to not literally, like, not look to his left and right. So you're not getting a surprise attack against him.
Okay.
This is risky against Ulf. Well, he's a ghost. He's just trying to kill you. Or possess you. This is desperate. He could possess you.
Okay.
Rage Essence Fueled
Def-
Murder Child possessed by Ironborn.
Oh,
I've got nothing else to do with my stress. Can I help by throwing you the arm, which
I'm
is
not
anti supernatural? I'm guessing etched with runes and that kind of shit.
actually already have Ghost Fighter, so I gain potency in combat versus the Supernatural.
You might want to hold on to that
Okay.
then. Yeah.
Don't you have to like push yourself to do that, or is that just a thing?
Nope.
Nope, I just have it. That's
Yeah.
another reason why I went for Ulf as a
So,
booster.
normal people fighting a ghost have no effect. Adric.
Yeah.
Adric has these hands.
So yeah, it's desperate. It's desperate. It's desperate. No effect until
So
all the
desperate,
factors
no
go in.
effect. Then Ghost Fighter is up to limited. Then the fine weaponry is up to standard.
Yes, I'm going to start a
Kill Ulf clock.
6 clock. You cannot really kill a ghost unless you do something to kill it with electroplasm.
Dispel, disperse.
Drive away Ulf. 6 clock.
I have electroplasmic ammo.
That's different. Yes, you can kill
Yeah,
him with
but
that.
we need you shooting the governor.
Is that the same clock or different?
It'll be once it's full. You can just take one more action to kill him.
Got it.
Can we take, I guess, well, help doesn't allow you to actually up the effect, does it?
No, it'll give you a die.
Yes. You would have to push yourself. But hey, you have no stress right now.
Yeah, we're good, homie.
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's anything else that can be
I don't think
actually
Pursuers Find You
useful
is
for
relevant anymore.
pushing
Well,
self.
there are still Inquisitors around we haven't seen. I'll keep it up there.
Perform a feat, physical force, nah.
I don't think the Lord Governor no longer is vulnerable, though. That's not the case anymore. It's just she dies or you die right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no escape.
There is no escape.
Someone goes in the ground.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just roll this. I think, going to push myself in order to take those 2 stress and put it to great.
Okay.
So, desperate, great, and
Okay.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right.
So I think maybe he doesn't see you, even though he is keeping his eyes open, Adric. You just hit him first before he even notices you.
just coming at him from the side.
Yeah.
He's busy. He's not.
Yeah, and we see he.
If I can, I'd like to actually get him away from Grime.
Yeah, he's mid-laugh as he rises from the bottle and
Yes.
stab him in the heart with your knife.
Yeah. If he was fighting the Lord Governor, he would have said 30 years that Scotland has suffered. No. Now he's saying, for an entire year I was stuck in the spirit bottle listening to your... Yeah, no. He's ranting.
I'm like,
he modified the same
part
speech,
of this
but
plan
for
to let Rolf
Grime.
out. Forget this.
Okay. So you two are fighting. Lord Governor's not done, though. She is charging a... Not quite unlike a lightning bolt spell might be cast by a high-level wizard. She is going to cast lightning towards Skurlock, who is still trying to fight her. Is anyone trying to attack the Lord Governor?
Me.
Okay. And, I guess Hicks isn't there, so I'm just asking.
I'm saving the rest of the gang.
Okay. Then yeah. Zaid, you want to shoot her hand?
I'm
With a
shooting
lightning
her
bolt in it?
again. Yeah. I'm breaking her concentration.
Shoot her in the elbow.
Lightning
Shoot
bolt
her
isn't
in
a
the elbow.
concentration spell.
Oh, lightning it counts.
Is it just the same roll, desperate? Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait.
This is definitely desperate.
So
You
it
pushed
starts
it to
at desperate,
desperate.
not
It
risky.
starts at desperate, but her magical defenses aren't there. But that, I think it's still limited. There's still stuff that's keeping her more healthy than normal. They wouldn't count as defenses though.
That's before anything's added.
Before anything's added, it's desperate limited.
Okay. So
You have your good gun, so it's
Burb
desperate.
gun.
Burb gun.
Desperate great.
Desperate great. Let's do it.
And then I get an extra die.
Yep.
Well, devil's bargains. Because I'm a little worried.
Everyone finds out who the Phoenix is?
Ooh.
No.
Does this have the Wait, so a crit is 5 ticks?
A crit is 5 ticks. You might just shoot.
I'm taking it.
You're taking...
You take her out.
Okay, so I'm not offering the Everyone Finds Who the Phoenix is.
Okay.
I am offering your bird gets zapped and takes
No, thanks.
2 injuries. Doesn't kill them, but it almost kills them.
I need the bird. I need the
It's
bird
up to
in order
you.
to do this.
This wouldn't come into effect until after. The bird would still offer the extra effect.
No, because I need the bird to fight Ulf too.
Okay.
I did it.
It wasn't a crit,
6.
but you did it. So, the lightning bolt goes off. It doesn't hit you. It does hit Skurlock as he's launched away by the lightning bolt, but that was just a distraction. As the bullet hits her right in the arm with the lightning bolt, and she's like, and it stops. She really is just doing force lightning and stuff. Her other hand has the mini glaive, though, and she now is actually fairly injured, and she looks at you, Phoenix, the one who's been... I think she says you're the one who's been ravaging my town. Yeah. I don't think she says anything, but she looks at each of you. You know, Adric
Stares
fighting
at you
Golf.
with antagonist eyes.
Yeah,
Lightning crackling.
exactly. She starts to, as quickly as she can while getting the pronunciation right, mutter a very dangerous spell. Like, you can hear
Counterspell.
words of power.
Power word kill, if you will.
There are other
Yeah.
words of power, but you can hear
It's,
whatever
kill seems-
whatever magic
So-
she's going to do is going to be very dangerous.
So
Brian,
Skurlock's been knocked away.
yes, Syrah has
Ulf
not
is
been.
tied up. Yeah. Look at Sierra. Hold up the arm. Point it. And
She
say, I
nods.
can't do this alone. I need your help.
You see her. She basically, if she was a player character, she would take stress to stop rolling her eyes. She resists rolling her eyes.
Mm.
But she says, "Yeah, none of us can." She grabs it with you on top, like on your like. It's one of those like, is it holding hands things? But
You're holding a robot hand.
You're holding. You are holding hands. You're holding a robot hand. Yes. Yes. Now, if we were to look back, I'd like to have the first scene of the campaign be the cutting of the wedding cake,
Right.
and then the last
The
scene
animated
is
series
this.
has the cutting of the wedding cake as the opening scene, as one of the opening like intro scenes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like flashes of stuff before, and then we final. I assume we're Scooby-Doo style animated too this whole time.
Probably.
Like that hard, I know, but like that like hard cell shaded animation with the moving Duskwall backgrounds that are
Yeah.
more stagnant than they should be.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just recontextualizing everything as Scooby Doo, like running, and the background is just like the same.
So
It's the same four
It's
dust
like-
wall building.
it's like the chase scene between Hicks and the chase scene with the robot were literally taking place in the same set of alleys, but neither of you
Yeah,
realized.
no, we the same background with different cells on the foreground. It's a low budget show.
That's somehow even better than anything else. She grabs it, and you both charge together.
Yep.
You have +1 dice from her help.
Mm-hmm.
-1 dice because of some injury.
Yeah, my injury's screwing with me. All right. Ooh, what have I got?
I can help.
Where's my position? First of all.
Your position is desperate. If you don't stop her incantation, this spell might hit everyone in the alley. This is like her 9th level spell, basically. This is her Meteor Swarm.
Right.
Oh no.
All right. Position desperate. Locked. Effect.
The effect here will, I think, with both of you, be standard. It will kill her.
Do you need extra dice?
Oh yeah. I'm only rolling 2 here.
I would like to help.
Suppressing fire.
Either that or the bird, like as the blade comes together, the bird flies with it, thus blessing the blade.
Blessing the blade with a bird.
Do you want a devil's bargain?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can that help?
Skurlock will remember you moving on his girl.
Okay.
Ugh.
Whatever.
Yeah, we can deal with the vampire drama later.
The
I know.
vampire love
That's just great.
triangle. Wait, can I actually help with the bird?
I think
Yes.
suppressing fireworks better.
I think
Okay, so
suppressing
yeah.
fireworks.
It's just one stress anyway, right?
Yes, it's just 1 stress.
Yeah.
But you can only get helped once. And yes, also Syrah. So you're good. Okay.
So standard. 1 extra die. Here goes. Nope.
Oh no!
Cool.
So
Boy, good thing we can flash back to all of us doing counterspell.
I think
Flashback to counter spells.
I think we see you are. The blade is like a millimeter or like a few inches from her throat when the last syllable finishes in slow motion.
Oh yeah,
And
we get the slow motion.
We get the slow motion of like, yeah, and then like it finishes, and then in slow motion you just see like this rumble in the background as some energy starts growing from within her. And then the camera cuts to about a mile up in the air, and then there's just like this wave of force goes out, knocking you guys back, knocking every building in the block down. Everyone takes.
Level 4 harm?
I think everyone takes level 4 harm, unless you can resist it.
Grind's
I'm
dead.
resisting.
Yeah. Am I out of the?
I
Am
have
I
armor.
You're out of the block.
Yes,
You're
you're
out of
not in the block.
out of the block?
It is.
Goodness.
It is like if you guys are in here. It is. Let me just draw a circle. Like it zooms out into the thing. It's like this whole area is just gone.
Oh.
It will resist down to level 3 harm. I assume this is prowess.
Yes, this is physical. This is just you are hit by a wall of force. Not that spell.
I'm fine.
Level 3 harm is fine.
The Phoenix is not fake.
Yes. Who gets up out of the rubble?
Power word kill. It's just Adric me from the rubble.
So I armored down to level 3, and I actually resisted down to level 2.
Wait, I could armor down to 2 and only do less effect.
Armor doesn't work against magic.
Oh.
You can resist it, but not the armor
Okay.
for this won't work.
Special armor on, pushing yourself during a fight?
You used it.
Do you have
I think.
special armor?
I don't have
yes, I
special
do.
armor anymore.
I thought you meant Zade's special armor.
I
Yes.
mean, do we have an ability for special armor? Like normally special armor.
Special armor doesn't work as like armor. It works as
Special
almost.
armor to reduce harm.
Oh, yeah.
It's a Battleborn.
Yep.
Then you have that.
She's magically armored.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
it's more like Adric is like everything powered with rage.
True.
Yeah. So the two of
like,
you
knock me down, forget this, up.
pick yourselves up out of the rubble. Just.
But on the bright side, Ulf's dead.
True.
Yeah, no, it affected Ulf too. Ulf is
And
dead.
I still haven't killed him.
Oh my god. But it's,
So
I guess I will ask, like, if Zen, you're saying Grind is dead. Like when they pick themselves out of the rubble, skin gray with brick and concrete dust. Where do they see you? Are you like dramatically stabbed by like some of the rubble?
Actually, I think the way I was picturing it was that like that anime blast where it just like fades into streak lines.
Oh, there's nothing
And, like,
of you
they
left. There's
they just see like Sierra's clothes next to my clothes, all
nice.
tattered and torn, like hanging on some rebar, blowing in the wind.
their clothes are in the shape of a heart as it's blowing.
Yeah.
yeah, you're vaporized.
Yep. There's no sign of
Magically-
Skurlock either.
yeah. Magically vaporized. Skurlock is.
It's just
down
you
to-
two. And Zade, as you pick yourself up out of the rubble, the still humming with energy glaive like just appears at your neck. And Lord Governor, she's aware of both of you, says, "Stand down, Phoenix. Don't make this go any worse than it is."
I don't think you know who you're dealing with. Bam! I'm taking on a monstrous form.
Okay, we haven't actually seen you take on the
No.
appearance of a frightening monster. What does it look like?
I think it is literally like when the wings pop out when he uses it before. It's just like the aura of a phoenix and the guardian behind it.
Oh, this this battered and beaten suit of armor kind of the being, statuish, I think it was.
Yeah.
Um,
And I'm gonna pop her with my pistols.
okay. This is
Shoot her in the
desperate. She will kill you if you fail.
Mhm.
But
This is what
this is
yeah.
also
standard,
standard.
right?
You could kill
Yeah.
her. She doesn't have any.
Um,
This is just 2x first, and not in the reflexes way.
What happened to my bird? Is the bird still there?
It's bad shape. Bird's in bad
Your
shape.
bird's in bad shape. Your bird cannot help you.
There's a magic nuclear weapon.
How bad of shape?
It has
Pretty
2
bad shape.
injuries.
I
It's what?
don't
It
like
it is
sound effects.
near death.
Can it still help me to increase my effect here?
Yes, if it dies after.
You've already pushed.
Oh no! I'm hunting her. I'm doing desperate. What is it?
Desperate standard. You will
You
kill
have
her
plus
if
2 dice though.
this
because you have
succeeds.
the monster
Adric, are
attack.
you helping?
You
I
have
think
I'm
two
not
dice.
sure I
Adric's-
can because I would say that this is reflexes and I don't have them.
I think it's if I die here, Adric's the last.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gride
Yeah.
goes first. Gride failed the roll, so dead. Now
Mhm.
it's Sage's turn. You fail the roll, you die. Now that is Adric's turn. If you fail the roll, you die.
Okay.
Is standard with applying everything.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's only two
Okay.
two ticks left on the clock.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Kill. It's enough to kill.
And then 2 dice for the push. Here we go. I got a 5.
You both die. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Hold on. Is it level 3 harm?
No, it is. She sticks the glaive through your throat to deal level 4
Magic
harm.
knife is throat.
Hold on.
Like it goes through any armor you might have and through your clothes, but it hits flesh.
And I can't armor it because.
Can I protect from that again?
Ooh.
Ooh.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah,
could
but you would.
Basically, I see that the shot is going off, and I attempt to tackle her, and she stabs me instead.
Absolutely. This is level 4 harm, but also that kills you. I think you already took it.
I can resist it down, and we both trauma it out, so I have enough.
But you already took a
You
level
have-
3 harm. Oh no, you didn't.
You know,
You took
I
two-
resisted.
Yes!
Oh my god, this
Love-
is the best buddy cop movie
This
ever!
is the you should have died and didn't. Someone should have died. Okay, yeah. Protect. The level 4 harm
Protect
goes to
and then
you.
resist it.
Resist it down to level 3, which is empty right now, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay. How much stress do you take? Though the campaign's basically over at this point.
Dumb. This is real dumb.
No,
You
you're
lose
doing
a
it.
stress!
Dumb.
Clear stress.
You just
Oh
carry
my god.
I needed some more violence.
I think it's the fake out where you see the flash of the glaive and the fire of the pistol, but then you see when it comes back to Adric has
Adric's
parried-
in the way, anime
Adric
style.
has parried
Yes!
the stupid glaive out of the way.
It's like in Adric's shoulder, like something's. It's still level 3 harm. Like it's still really bad, but it's not
Yeah.
killing you. And then I
Yes.
think, just to be safe, you probably shot her right in the head.
You shoot
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple more times.
Okay. Yeah. And then, out of the rubble, as she falls, Lord Skurlock erupts, grabs her, and bites into her neck.
Yes.
And you can see that whatever power she has is being drained into him.
No, this is time to stab Skurlock.
Oh, do it.
Oh fuck.
No, we're done. It's over. Our game's over. Skurlock wins this round.
Wait, how weak is Skurlock?
He is injured, but he is feeding, but he is not. He never told you this, so he's not stupid enough to think you'll just let him do it.
Yeah. A feeding clears fully fills your heal clock too, so all of his wounds he does have goes down by 1.
So if we can get him while he's feeding, will that not do that?
If you get him immediately.
If I can reflexes him?
I mean, you're not faster than him, but if you act immediately to shoot him or something
We
like
act at
that.
the same time.
Yes,
Oh god.
But you need to reload at this point.
you do.
I have a pair of pistols though.
I mean, how many shots have you fired, though?
You did use
In
all
the
of your
pistols,
guns
none.
because you used one pistol to help. You shot with a rifle, used one pistol to help Brian before by providing covering fire, and then used the other one just now.
That's a pistol, your second pistol.
So, teamwork skirmish.
Well, I really like the idea. As I've been thinking it through, I've been deferential to Lord Skurlock the whole time, and I have no problems with
I
him.
know. Oh,
I
Zane's
don't
the only
think
one
I
who thinks he's
actually
bourgeois.
Skurlock.
It's just you. It's just Zane looking in horror as he knows who the next evil overlord of Duskwall is.
Oh God.
It's just Zane.
I think I'm not gonna shoot because I might go down the grind path.
Hang on. That's not quite right.
I don't know.
Just leave it. Let him be the overlord. I'm cool with it.
I don't know if it's the right action, but could you attune?
To steal the
Ooh.
power yourself?
Oh, he gets the light, you get the power.
You couldn't steal all of it, but you might be
I
able to
want
steal a fraction
enough
of
of
the
it.
fraction.
Yes.
You
Yes. I'm
This is-
attuning.
This is the opposite. This is the opposite action from what you proposed earlier. Earlier was to stop it. Yours is now. It's
Now
Red-
I want some.
you
Now
are.
I want some,
No.
so he just can't get rid of me.
And if that's the case, can I help with that?
Yes.
Or rather, are we good
Are
to
we
group
doing it as a
attune
group
there?
action?
Attune.
Group attune.
Share of the glory
Okay.
and steal some of the magic
So-
energy.
This now I will say this is desperate because Skurlock might know you're doing this and react badly, or the power itself might react poorly in this way.
That's
we
fine. I'm a
actually-
daredevil, baby.
Question: do we actually want to roll this, or just?
I
wanna
think
roll
let's roll
I
it.
want to roll it because I have a suggestion for if it succeeds on what on something.
Oh, good.
We're
Yes.
both pretty close to death at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My level 2 harms are fine. Like I could
Do
take a
you-
level 2.
You
I
also.
can take a level 2 and a
Yeah.
level 1, but
Here's the question: how do you attune? Is it like you put your hand on her forehead? Do you chomp down two?
no.
No, I think the guardian helps siphon some of that energy.
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You do the whole spirit
Ooh,
thing,
do you
huh?
siphon it into your bird to heal it?
Ooh. I think into both of because
Yeah, it's you're
I think it's
connected.
into both of us.
Yeah, okay. I think we're doing a
And
group
I'm
attune.
basically seeing what you're doing, and I've never been crazy good at attuning, so I'm kind of piggybacking off of whatever.
Adric, as a devil's bargain, how would you feel if this strengthened your demonic infection as well?
You become a demon.
Do it. You become the new Skurlock and Satara. Do it.
We become the new Skurlock. I'm so down for that. That is so cool.
Oh, the rage is growing.
You know what? On that one, I think this is the time. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, rage demon.
Wait, so what is it? Desperate?
It is desperate. It is limited. It's I think limited. Like in that you just get that fraction of it. It isn't specific magical spells. But you might have minor magic that you can then later learn about how to harness.
Yeah.
Desperate.
I'm gonna.
What is the effect we're looking at?
Limited.
Question.
I'm gonna push to go standard effect.
How would that work here? That's the thing.
I could just use monstrous again.
What I mean is, I'm not sure what standard. I'm not sure how standard effect would work with this. I think you get a bigger chunk. Skurlock still gets the biggest.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still have a larger.
It's like he's not like
You take an
astronomically more powerful.
You take an extra share.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
I've got nothing, and I took the devil's bargain, so I can't push myself. So I'm gonna stick with standard limited.
Okay.
All right. I'm doing 2 bonus dice.
Wait, who's
Which of us
leading?
is leading? You're
I'll
leading, I
lead.
think.
I will
Yeah.
lead.
Okay.
Go.
You go first. I want to see what you roll.
5.
Okay.
Crit! Oh wow!
Do I get the biggest chunk now?
I think that the spirit of the Lord Governor has to choose between Adric, Skurlock, and the Phoenix. He kind of hates all of you, but decides that that the Phoenix is still the best option because they still have some manner of ideals. So I think you like sense that the Spirit of Lord Governor is intentionally pouring her power into you, if not just to get it away from Skurlock.
It's more just
And
like, I can't let
now
him get it.
Skurlock
The
still
enemy
gets
of my enemy is my friend.
Skurlock still gets some, but he gets the amount that you were going to have, and you get the amount he was going to have. Adric still gets
Fraction.
the
Yeah.
amount. If that's good, it's a group action, so it affects both of you. We could discuss that if it's not good with you.
You know what? I want us all to have equal power.
Yeah, that works. You literally equally divide the magical
Equally
power.
divide her power.
So, yeah,
So-
The way I'm sort of seeing this in my head is like there's a moment of quiet and we see like the bird starting to die and then it bursts into flames and rises
Yes.
as a phoenix
Yes.
from the ashes.
Yeah.
And like then the wings just burst out the back of of all three of them, like the flaming wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's like being channeled through the phoenix.
Yeah.
I'm also really liking the picture in my head of channeling the cold right now and like, okay, that was interesting, and just looking up and so, what's next?
And we end there, I
Now,
think.
we are the new union.
No, you still have the old one. I saved it.
Okay, I think let's end with what's next. That's like
that's so
the perfect
cool.
ending.
But obviously Hicks keeps the whole rigmarole going.
We will still have an epilogue, just not like another scene or continuing that specific
Oh.
conversation. So, yeah. Oh. So, I like that name.
Yes.
So, yes, I think the first thing that matters the most in terms of scale is like Adric and Zaid, if you decide to come clean about your identity now, and Skurlock, the three of you have this magical power and killed the Lord Governor.
Zayd
What do you
died
do in the
that
aftermath?
blast. There is only the Phoenix now.
Oh, you're permanently a little bit monstrous.
Yeah. Zayd died in that blast. He's just the Phoenix now.
There is no Dana, only Zool.
Yeah. So in this case, forget the like GM stuff. Let's just discuss stuff as equal players. We are done playing the game of Blades in the Dark.
Yeah.
What happens? What do you
God,
think
I
you guys
wanna-
do? Do you establish any political power, or do you stay in the shadows as like superheroes?
I wanted to go and meet with Caslin and ask her to come back to the city as a power.
All right.
I've been learning throughout this campaign that I can't do it. When I was talking with Skurlock before, he's like, I don't care. Though I'm not sure how much I believe him. And unless Zayd wants to take power, I still don't know that you're
No,
a great person
Zayd
to be in
wants
power
to-
here.
Zayd wants to institute his utopia that he has always been striving for.
Okay. So the Phoenix takes political power. Skurlock insists on joining you. He also, I think it would be a good idea politically because he's from the old guard, so you can kind of unify people.
Yeah, that's what Zayd would do. He's a pragmatist, but he's also like realistically, some of the bourgeois have to stay in order to get the rest of the bourgeois over.
Yeah. Adric, with your new power, you find that the miasma of the Deathlands no longer affects you. You can walk it freely. You probably arrive just in time to save Caslin from probably dying. You find out probably pretty quickly that she has, as you talk to the people of the Deathland Scavengers, that she's one of the very few people who chose to come out here, and she's been kind of almost like she's been half death seeking ever since, having lost hope and stuff like that. In anything, but I think I guess I will ask you, and it could be different for each of you. Is the effects of that power always visible? For the Lord Governor, it was not. It was something that she was able to effectively keep invisible. But when Caslin sees you, can she innately tell that you have changed?
Power maybe not, but I just picked up both Unstable and Demon Blood. We've got
She's
something going on here. I
Okay.
am definitely not the same.
Okay, so I think she
Not
can see that.
necessarily in a good way.
You
Hair
can
always
s-
looks wet.
You can see that she is
Always
also.
look bad.
Yeah. She can see that you are. You can see that she is also not the same. If she was a player character, she's probably at 4 traumas now, with all of the experiences in the Deathlands. Um, I th-
Trauma's 4 is she's done.
4 is okay. Yeah, then she was probably at 4, at about to get 4, but didn't. I think even if it's just out of curiosity and the fact that she didn't actually think you'd ever come for her, she would agree to go back, hesitantly and carefully, but especially upon hearing what happened to Lord Governor and assuming that you told her the truth. I'm assuming it's not really a secret.
Wow.
Yeah, she comes back. You want her to
Actually,
rule?
at this point, I'm kind of curious. What happened to the Fusewrights Union?
That's
We've
for
got
you
3 of
guys
us.
to discuss together, especially Hicks.
Yeah. Well, I feel
Yeah.
like Hicks is going to take the largest role in this because you have decided to be a real government. Hicks wants to use the traumatic of the Union to form a non-governmental organization to regulate spirit safety within working practices of Duskwall. I am trying to make Ghost OSHA.
Yes.
That's
I'm trying to
great.
turn
Zayn would be so on board with you.
with his new friends in the new government. He uses the Union and transforms it into ostensibly Ghost OSHA to eliminate any and all need for the spirit wardens and their archaic practices of only catering to the powerful when they need ghost problems removed and hulls put up. He's trying to push them out with the Fusewrights Union for a working class solution of Ghost OSHA, where every business is required to have anti-spirit kits and whatnot, so it's more diffuse ghost protection as opposed to one organization who wears secret masks and has secret rituals to control things.
Okay, that's awesome.
In which case,
What?
I'll bring Castellan back, but
Mhm.
I'm kind of going to go back to my general old role of enforcer of the Fusewrights Union. I'll take
Yeah.
orders from Hicks, I'll take orders from Phoenix, and I'll basically do whatever they want me to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're
The
the
King's
Mercy
Guard.
now.
Ghost OSHA.
Yes, actually, that's great.
Oh yeah, you're like when when fucking Adric comes knocking, you've fucked up.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah.
you've real fucked up. It's the secret enforcer
Adric
of
is
Ghost OSHA.
the mountain after he's become undead kind of
Yeah.
person.
Oh yeah, just the Hannibal Cage mask and like a
Oh
big
my God.
axe. And it's just some time of the night people that violate worker safety too much.
um, Satara is resurrected. She serves as his open demonic guard. It's unclear who serves who right now because the power that Skurlock absorbed, even a fraction of it, changed the balance of power in general between the two of them. None of it is shared with Satara. Does Duskwall declare open rebellion to the Empire?
I don't think it would matter at that point.
I don't think it matters.
It depends.
The
I
rebellion
guess
would, or the Empire would come to crush them regardless.
I think it might.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I would
well, I
tend
mean,
to assume that the tide of events kind of got away from us. Neither of us are truly political people.
my
or
question is, what do
capable
you
of running
happen when the
government.
Empire personally visits?
I
Emperor
think
personally visits.
Zayd would think back to good old Deckard and say that it's better to keep the embers of rebellion going than to like burn out. So I think Zayd would push for let's try and make amends, but this is like the heart of the rebellion right here.
Okay. With your words, you pledge fealty to the Empire, but with your actions and words, you seek to undermine it from within.
Yeah, by
Yes.
removing the spirit wardens from power, things like that.
Skurlock
So,
Yeah.
fully agrees with you, and that's what he was actually how he operated beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Now,
Oh man.
the ghosts of Grine and Syrah Zen, what
Ghost
happens
of
to them?
Sierra.
Is what happens, because I imagine vampires still have ghosts.
Not Grine. His body was destroyed, therefore he's destroyed. That was
Yeah,
his.
Ryan has a no resurrection deficit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that was one of my strictures. He must remain in this body or be destroyed.
Ah. Ouch.
Oh man, I'm imagining this like very sad funeral where we bury you next to Sierra's original body with glasses.
Oh, absolutely. You guys are in the
Well,
same grave.
We bury an empty coffin, but yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think if we're good with this, we'll end the epilogue with a ghostly flower just like appearing on the grave. Like it just like comes into being there.
Yeah.
And that is the end of the session. That's the end of the campaign. And that's the
Yes.
beginning of the Fusewrights Union.
Yay!
Yay.
Ghost OSHA!
Ghost OSHA and 2 superheroes that work with a vampire. Who
Yep.
also has
Who
superpowers.
also is a
Go
superhero.
wrong.
So yes, that was the most Avengers Endgamey session I've had.
It
Just
was.
to put in perspective, this is not the first campaign that I played that has ended with a vampire fight that involves my character running away. And like,
I mean, we're going to be playing Curse of Strahd soon, me and Jordan.
Time that specific situation has happened. Group vampire fight, and my character goes that way.
If I had a nickel for every time this happened, I'd have 2 nickels, which is kind of weird that it's happened twice.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah. No, that was really fun. That was, I think, an excellent session, an excellent end to the campaign.
Well,
Yes.
my
It
point of
felt
saying that.
epic.
Yeah, I like this one a lot better because the first time it was a cowardice character, and this one was I care more about the crew than. The
Oh
killing
yeah.
off.
No, I Hicks may not have been involved, but still I think Hicks was in a way the heart of the crew.
With the exception of a few incidental murders from explosions, Hicks never purposefully killed someone.
You didn't kill
No.
them.
And
Physics
you
killed
don't have
them.
any traumas.
No murder, no trauma, maybe minor manslaughter.
Yeah. No, Hicks has
hang
it
on 1
good.
sec.
How's
Well-
everyone's lifestyle?
Yeah, where were you with your lifestyle? Because we should
Well-
probably do crew XP to see if we level up
If
again
we-
to see if you get
This
those.
is a show of force mission, which means we get at least enough coin. Yeah, I am like 2 ticks away. Like I have 2 boxes before I fill my stash.
Okay,
get coin for
let's
this
let's
Well, hang
let's
on,
do it.
Hang on. Let's do the crew XP because we could get there probably.
I could have a
Okay,
shitty
so-
business.
Did Hicks attack the government or nobility?
Yes.
Yeah. We only
Did
need to hit 3.
yeah, and the crew attacked them too. So crew XP and personal XP for Hicks.
Okay.
Did Adric get
Vengeance.
payback against someone who harmed him?
Yes.
Yeah. And the crew
And
gets
we
XP.
Did we contend with challenges above our current station?
Yeah.
2
Level
XP.
Do
Take your
it.
2. You
Yeah.
maxed out.
I
No, wait,
got
it's 4, right?
Yeah, it's 4.
Yay.
It's 4, which makes me laugh because that puts me 1 from the top tier level.
Everyone else has more money than me. I just hit
If
the
I
third
hadn't taken
tier.
it out once, I would have been.
Does coin go in 1 for 1?
Coin goes
Coin goes
in
in
1 for 1 and
There's
out.
2 crew coin.
Sweet.
So I'm just
True
gonna tweet.
coin.
Does this mean that I'm free to tweet at John Harper that I won Blades in the Dark?
You won Blades in the Dark. Yes,
you
tell
did.
him you won Blades in the Dark. You got all of your stash full and took no trauma
Yeah, and overthrew the government.
and overthrew the government.
That seems optional. I feel
That's
like
fair. But yeah, no, if you won Blades in the Dark, it's you ended the campaign accomplishing your goals, all of them, while also having no trauma and full stash. Indigo, you have 1 Blades in the Dark.
I won Blades in the Dark. I am the superior Blades in the Dark player.
Yep. Okay.
But you don't have superpowers.
No, I don't
That's the only
superpowers,
thing.
but I won.
Superpowers are pretty important.
Yeah.
Harry. Okay. We will probably not be available next week. But when we are back, we will discuss our thoughts on Blades in the Dark. And though I feel biased saying this because I'm the GM, an excellent campaign.
It was very good.
Yeah, it was very fun.
Oh yeah.
I've been
Um,
dying to play Blades for a while, and this was definitely like a through and through. We did the whole thing. It's not like we stopped in the middle. We played the full game of Blades.
yeah, exactly. And you guys only got to tier 2. Tiering up as a crew is hard.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure most people don't get past like tier 3.
Yeah, I think that's actually the highest I got in my last game. But
I don't
it
think
might
it's
have
really
been less.
intended
It's
to.
not
You're not
intended.
supposed to be in this game ever dealing from a place of power.
Correct.
No,
That's
it's
very
meant
true.
to like you get your money and you get out before you lose your mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which
Okay.
I would consider my character to have lost his mind.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, Hicks
I
won.
don't think he
Everyone
started
else
in
was
a good
broken.
place, really.
No.
No.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, we'll discuss and announce at the end of our next our review of Blades. We'll announce what game we'll be playing. I'm sure we'll have 2 weeks. We'll decide in 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
We
Yeah.
will likely be doing some one shots. We'll announce the game, but we're likely doing some one shots before the actual next campaign.
Yeah.
More details soon. Thank you everyone for watching. This has been excellent. We will be back later.